Hi guys, how's it going? I am going to just edit my name here, although lovingly would love to be Carol Thompson. I am just only good at being me. So we're going to switch that up quick. Hi, can everybody hear me? Give me a thumbs up. Okay, awesome. I am so excited. I was just getting myself set up in the background. I apologize, throwing two kids in bed. The old rush, getting on. So I wanted to talk about names. Who was pumped when they saw my title tonight? Who was like, what else is this woman going to teach me about finding names that I don't already know? So here's the deal. I'm going to teach you some tried and true stuff. And then we're also going to talk about just some new ways to kind of get some names through social media. I am going to highlight a couple directors that are on this page that I love their ideas. And we're going to share them on a larger level. They don't know it yet, but they're going to get highlighted. So let's talk about new names. Now, the only way that your business is, if you talk to like multi-level marketing or direct sales gurus, if you don't have names or contacts to work with, you don't have a business. Does anybody like want to give me a high five on that, or like a, frig you, or what do you want to give me on that? High five? Okay, thumbs up. Perfect. So if you don't have names, you don't have a business. End of story. And if you are a brand new consultant and you haven't gone through the exercise already of writing down who you know, everyone you know, and I like, some consultants roar in my face. They're like, I don't know anyone. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Because I go and look at your profile and you've got 700 friends. So don't tell me you don't know anybody. But that's sometimes the first reaction I get from a brand new consultant. It's like, I don't know anyone. Well, one, you're lying. Two, you haven't thought outside the box. When a brand new consultant says to me, I don't know anyone, do you know what's talking there? Fear, uncertainty, questionability, fear. So if you're going to let fear continue to lead you down this path in Mary Kay, then you might as well jump off the call. Getting some mic drops from Nadia this week. I'm on it. It's January. It's 2022. We just finished leadership. Like, there's electricity going through my body. Who else was on leadership and just feels like the electricity, Mary Kay enthusiasm all over me. It's everywhere. So I am on fire tonight. So if you get off this call and be like, whoa, Nadia was on fire, take it with a grain of salt. But what I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to get you excited about meeting new people. Let's talk about the first way. Their first way is getting a trusty one of these and a trusty one of these, one that works, and write down everybody you know. Go through who you met in December. Who did I meet in December? Who did I connect with over the holiday season that I hadn't seen in a while? Who did I wish a happy new year? Whose birthday was in December? We'll talk about birthdays in a second. May, I'm highlighting you. So we're going to talk about, that's what you need to do first. Write down, who did I meet? Now, if you were in a pandemic, you might not have met with anybody if you were on lockdown. But what you might have done is you might have got some cards in the mail. I've got 10 cards on my fridge of people's family and kids in postcards sent to me. And I've reached out to each and every one of them, just being like, wow, I have like a beautiful set of humans on my fridge. Thank you so much for sending that. I just wanted to call and say hi. I hope you guys had a wicked holiday, and just saying hello, just making a connection and thanking them for that gift. If somebody sent you a Christmas card or a sympathy card or a birthday card over the holiday season, write their name down. You have an obligation to touch back with them and say thanks. There's your first set of contacts. Who just went? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Nadia's hitting my pressure point again. So that's your first set of contacts, okay? First set. The second set of contacts for names, I'm just jumping right in. Your second set of contacts for names have to be picking up chicks. If you guys have been around here for a hot minute, you know it's one of my favorite things to do. For those of you that, again, are in lockdown, I'm sorry. but there's still places you end up going. You've got to go get groceries at some point. You've got to, I don't know if you're going to get your hair done. I don't even know what you can and can't do anymore. But anywhere that you go out and make contact with someone, have samples in your purse. Now, I got in trouble a couple of times for giving out samples because they weren't allowed to accept them. So here's a way that you do it without getting yourself in trouble and having to spray down your samples that you give to someone. So, woman at the grocery store today, I said to her, because I got to feed my family, went and got groceries, and I was just like, hey, listen, you look like you're having a day. I teach skincare and cosmetics with Mary Kay. I would love to send you some samples in the mail. I know it's not appropriate right now, but if I grabbed your number and texted you, would you text me back your address and I'll send you some samples? And she was like, yeah, 902. And I was like, oh, just hold the phone, grabbed it, started texting her. Her name was, where was it? Cindy. I can look at my phone right now. Her name was Cindy. And I texted her before this, and I was just like, hey, listen, I know that was super weird, but this is me. And I sent her a picture of my business card because I couldn't even give her that. Sent her pictures of my business card, look me up. Here's my name on Instagram. Check me out. I'll send you some samples in your mail. All I want back in return is your opinion. I want you to give it to me honestly. And she was like, sold, and sent me her address. So that's one way that you can do it in a pandemic. If you want to get new names, you will find a way. Instead of saying, I can't, I don't know anyone. That just gets you off the hook. But what that does is it gets you nowhere, unfortunately. Keeps your mind stuck in the same place, and that's no fun. We're in this business to grow and learn, grow our bank accounts, grow our mind, grow our personalities. We're in this business to grow. So you might as well grow. Okay, that's one way, is picking up chicks. I'm going to get to the fun stuff at the end, but I'm going to talk about the tried and true, because again, we learned in leadership, the business has been around for 60 years. Something doesn't stay around that long if it's broken. So I'm just taking you back to the basics. Now, some of the basics have changed, and if something doesn't evolve over 60 years, then it probably has to go to the wayside. So my third way of getting names is referrals. This is also my bread and butter. This is the only way I get names. It was picking up chicks and referrals. I couldn't make myself a master of everything, but I made myself a master of those two things. And I can say now, and I used to say it when I wasn't good, I'm really good at getting referrals. Really, really good. And I used to say it to myself when I was really bad. Like so bad. I would fumble my words. I'd spit on them. Oh my gosh, I spit on a woman once asking her for referrals. I was just like, you know what? Don't bother. I'll grab that piece of paper right there. Sorry about that. I spit right on her. I was leaning over her and I was just like, yeah, you can just write down a couple names right there. And I was like, this is not going well. But I kept going. So let's talk about some ways that you can get referrals in a quote pandemic. I really would like to not talk about COVID in a pandemic anymore, but this is where we're at. So we're going to keep talking about it. And something else I've had conversations with over the last little bit is I can't do this because we're in lockdown. I can't do this because we're in a pandemic. And my response to that, if you say that to myself, or if you say that to your director's response should be, what has changed? We've been in a pandemic for almost 3 years, and you likely just had the best last 2 years of your career. So what has changed? Nada. So let's talk about how to get referrals in a lockdown or a pandemic. Number one, excuse me, someone that you sold product to before or has purchased product from you twice. Let's start with that. Somebody who's purchased product from you twice. That means she likes you and likes the product. Check. So somebody that's purchased from you twice. You can go through that. You can go through a list and write people who have purchased twice, at least twice. Write down who that is. You're going to message them and you're going to say, hey, May, I was just checking in on your stuff, making sure your face is feeling as good as it did last time we chatted. Or you can say simply, hey, May, just checking in. I was wondering, would you happen to know any women in your life that you think deserve a little love right now? Or really deserve a treat in the mail? If you do, will you send me their name and number or throw me in a group message with them? I just want to send her out a little love package from you. No obligation, just want to send her some love. And I'd send her a package. I do send packages that says, hey, Karen, listen, little note to say, hey, Karen, I was talking to May the other day. She was thinking of you and thought you deserved a little love package in the mail. Love, Nadia. Here's my card. I look forward to checking in with you after you try it. If that doesn't feel good for the soul, I'm not sure what does. It does feel really good. You know what feels even better? It was when you follow up with Karen and she says, that was the best mail I've ever received. Now show me what to do with it. So all of a sudden you got an appointment. That's one way to get a referral in a pandemic, from somebody that's purchased from you twice. Another way, which I've just done in a debut party or a party, an online party, is I'll make a post that says, you guys have been amazing in this party. I bet you know some other women that wish they were here. For whoever adds 5 friends into this group and tags them in the post below, your name is going to go into a draw for, and I'll show a picture of a product. And the last one I did was an eye makeup remover. Girl went from 35 to 52 people in her group. We were ending the party, so just sets her up with a great VIP group. That's one way to get referrals right there. So you can do that in your own party. I bet you know some women that wish they were here. If one person adds 5 people, that's 5 people you didn't know. So take the win. Whatever it is, take the win. It's a great win. It's less work you have to do later. Let's talk about how you get referrals from a girlfriend. Ooh, those are the toughies. The ones you already know. I messaged my girlfriend and I would say, hey, my girlfriend's a teacher and I've done this recently. She's a teacher, works in the school board. And I said to her, it's like, hey, listen, I know you've done this for me many times before, but I wanted to know, do you have any teacher friends that are like completely burnt out, just like hanging on the last string and could really use a pick-me-up? Will you connect me in a text or connect me on Facebook? And I would just love to message them and send them out a little care package. The way I ask for referrals every time, whether I'm doing it in person, whether I'm doing it virtually, is, hey, listen, do you know anybody that could use a little love or you think deserves a little pampering? That's how I say it every time. Do you know anybody that deserves a little love or deserves a little pampering? Now, we just did personality training on my team, and let's talk about ways that you could do it for an I personality. If you're like having a party, like if you're doing an appointment and it's just like, it is just a show, meaning like people just like all over the place, they're so excited, they're having a great time, or there's 2 or 3 of the people at the table that just are so boisterous and can't stop talking, they're having so much fun. Here's what I do to get referrals. Are you ready? And within the party, I actually will do referrals right before color or right after I do their color, right after I do their 5-minute face. I usually do it right after we finish their skincare and foundation or CC cream. So right before we start color. So their skin feels amazing. They kind of maybe like me by then. They think I'm okay. I usually do it then. Their face skin feels great. So what I normally do is within a party or a virtual Zoom party, or if I was in a party in person, I would have a gift. I always do this. This is like way back to like Mary Kay 101. You put a gift in the middle of the table, either wrapped, not wrapped. They can see it, not see it. What I usually do is a PCP gift. So like those mini lip glosses or mini eye makeup remover. If I'm getting 100 names, give them one of these bad boys, or a discounted product or something you bought on discount. Remember, buy low, sell high. You guys are all, you know that, right? Okay. So one of those things I wrap up pretty and I sit it in the middle and it might like dangle a little bit. I'm like, okay, who likes free stuff? Who likes to win a prize? And half the table goes, woo, or half the Zoom goes, me, 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 me. I'm like, okay, grab a pen, piece of paper, and your phone. And you got two options. You can send me a text real quick. My cell phone number is 613-889-8714. And I want you to send me 5 names and phone numbers of women that you think deserve a little pampering or deserve a little love. And whoever the first one to send me 5 is gets this gift. Or if they're writing on a piece of paper, I say, write your piece of paper, send me a picture of it if it's virtual, or if it's in person, I grab the piece of papers and I say, all right, who feels lucky? And I have somebody at the table, the hostess, pick one out. And whoever that winner is, whoever the name's on the piece of paper, they get the prize. So all of a sudden I have 5 to 10 new names on each piece of paper, or I have messages in my phone of names and numbers that I can't wait to contact as soon as I get home or as soon as I get off the call. Those are ways I get referrals. Here's how you don't get referrals. Are you ready? You don't ask. You don't ask. What are you going to lose if you ask and get nothing? Nothing, because you would have got nothing if you didn't ask anyway. What are you going to gain if you ask and 2 people out of 5 give you referrals? You're going to gain much less work and maybe 5 to 10 new names. The best way to get referrals and names is with the people that already know and like you. That's your easiest way. So I suggest you start with them first. People that have booked with you twice, people that have hosted for you, people that have purchased from you twice, people that you know like you, cousin Susie. Hey, who else in the family needs a little pampering? Who needs a new lipstick? I'm going to send them a sample. That sound good? Does anybody like, here she goes again. Honestly, I don't want you to reinvent the wheel. However, I'm going to give you 2 new fun ways that you can add in your repertoire, but I don't want you to add them in until you've done the first 3 first. These are something that you can add in as something new to do to get you excited. You can add it in 3 new things, actually. You can add it in as a way to kind of shake things up in your mind. But if you start with the first ones, referrals are your hottest lead. If you talk about leads on the spectrum of hot, warm, mediocre, a little bit chilly, referrals are here. Here, 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 here. Why are they here? Why are they hot? So hot. Why are referrals a hot lead?
Because everybody needs love right now.
Absolutely. Everybody needs love. Abso-freaking-lutely. Why else are they a hot lead?
Because they're from somebody that already knows you and knows our products.
That's right. They're personal. They're personal, as Karen just wrote. They're personal. They mean the most. If Vanessa gave me a referral, you better believe I'm calling them first. And that's the second part of names. So help me if you get referrals and do not call them within 24 to 48 hours. Remember that conversation we had when your director gives you a challenge on Tuesday and you don't finish it until Monday night? You will do that with everything in your life. So I encourage you, when you get a referral, contact them within 24, 48 hours. Make it your mandate. Set an alarm, whatever you gets to do. I usually tape them to my computer on little notes, like call, text, me. Anyway, those are your hottest leads or referrals. They're your absolute hottest. Let's talk about a way. I'm just going to check the chat here. Does anybody have any quick questions? Any new ways of contacting? Contacts Marilyn. Okay, cool. I think hopefully Marilyn, I just answered, okay, a couple of them for you. She's nodding. Give me the thumbs up. Awesome. Does anybody have any questions before I move on to 3 new ways? No, I'm just going to scroll the screen here. No, okay, you guys are all looking like, hurry up, Nadia, get on with the stuff. Get on with the new stuff. Okay, I'm going to share my screen with you, and I'm going to show you a couple ways. I'm going to have some directors share some stuff with you. So I'm going to actually highlight one thing that May does that completely changed her business, and I'm going to show you where to get the information, and then I'm going to have her share your script with you. Do you mind, May? You can stick it in the chat. Okay. So one thing that she learned this, I don't even remember where she learned this. We all actually learned this, but May is certainly one that has taken and run with it. It's one of my favorite things because it always gets a positive response. But who has a Facebook page? Oh, you better all raise your hand. I know you're all on there scrolling, looking for recipes and all kinds of fun stuff. You get notifications of people's birthdays on a daily, correct? That is another huge hot lead. May has taken this and run with it. Her script is now in our chat as to what she does to message people whose birthday are in that month. So she messages people based on January birthdays, and then in February messages them on February birthdays, and March birthdays, and April birthdays. And she has a script for each one, and she books parties from it because she gives them a huge discount. I'm going to have her share, I'm going to read her script, and I'm just going to have her share kind of the reaction she gets when she messages people. Do you mind, May? Okay, so she says, happy birthday, new year equals new you. Would you like to have an online birthday party with your friends? A great way to party COVID style. For hosting, my gift to you is 40% off any Mary Kay products and 20% off any Daily Benefits products. Ooh, a great way, she just added that in, a great way to get some products for yourself at a huge discount. Have you tried any Mary Kay recently? If you have a consultant, she will gladly have a party for you. I set up the group and all the posts, and I do video tutorials and offer lots of deals. You just invite your friends. That's it. Want a party? So if you want to start something today that's a little bit new and different, I suggest you go to Facebook. I'm going to show you where to find it, but I'm sure that you have seen them pop up on your feed every day. It's somebody's birthday. You start with that script. Now you can tailorize that to make that you, but May, for a second, share what the reaction is that you normally get when you message someone.
Well, sometimes I don't hear back from them at all. Sometimes I just get a thank you and I'll reply back and say, oh, you're welcome. Make sure to enjoy your day, or hope you're going to enjoy your special day or something like that. And I just say, if you decide that you want a party, let me know. Because like, it doesn't really matter to me if they have a party or not. I'm sending like 10 to 12 of these every day. Like I have 4,000 or 5,000 friends on Facebook. So there's at least a dozen people every day having a Facebook birthday party. So I'm sending these out every morning. So some reply back, some don't, some say, sure. Some, yeah, okay, let's party. I just did one last week. Her party was actually in December, but December is a busy month, right? So she said in the new year. So, okay, would you like to have it January, whatever the Mondays were, something then the 10th. She picked the 10th and we had the party on the 10th. So you just work with them and see what they want. But it's very easy to party online. All they do is invite their friends. That is totally it. There's nothing else they have to do. They go and they tick their friends and send. That's it. That's all they do. And my gift to them is I give the hostess 40% off. And then I added in, yes, Nadia, so when the daily benefits come out, I add in 20% off the daily benefits. Yeah.
So who thinks they could message people and say happy birthday? Now, let's be real. You're already scrolling anyway and saying happy birthday to them regardless. So you might as well do a personal message. It's even more personal. May, thank you so much for sharing. I know I put you on the spot there, but
Oh,
you
no problem. You're welcome. And I also check to see who the people are before I send them, because I mean, you're friends with a lot of Mary Kay consultants. You don't want to send that to another Mary Kay sister consultant, right? So kind of look to see who you're sending it to first. And, you know, and some I know she's buying from, you know, Sandra, so I don't send it to her. And, but that's why I added in that little bit about if you have a consultant, because I don't know, some people I've just met through another bash and I don't know if they have a consultant or not. So that's in there. And if it's somebody new that replies back and said, yes, they want to have a party, then I double check. Oh, okay. Have you tried our products recently? Like I asked that again to make sure.
love it.
But every day I do that. So every day I look to see who's having a birthday, and it takes like 5 minutes max to send, copy and paste those messages.
So there you go. There's your one new way that if you don't walk away with anything today, you could start that tomorrow. One thing I was going to say is I talk to my team all the time about sending new contacts, sending 5 messages a morning. May does it with birthdays, but getting up every morning and connecting with at least 5 people in your social media sphere or in your text messages, or 5 friends. Doesn't even have to be like Mary Kay related at first, but just making that connection does a couple things. 1, it gets you more comfortable talking to people. 2, if you're doing it on social media, it kind of increases your algorithm of, if you're talking to people that are in your VIP group or on your page, your name will actually start to show up in their feed more the more you connect. So there's a method to the madness. So just waking up every morning, like, okay, I'm not doing anything, pouring a coffee until I send a message to 5 people. It could be anything, but like, hey, you just popped in my head this morning, just sending a quick message. Hope everything's good and you're staying safe. All the best. It could just be that. We're like, hey, I saw you got a new dog. It's so cute. What's the dog's name? It could just be that. And when I say connect, it doesn't have to be with Mary Kay, but I've challenged a lot of people that I'm coaching right now to connect with 5 people a morning before they even brush their teeth or take a pee. Whatever you got to do, 5 people. It's really beneficial for your mind. It's really beneficial for you working your business. It's beneficial for a lot of things in social media. It's beneficial for a lot of people for connecting. So that's 5 people. May's doing it with birthdays. You could do it with birthdays and a combination of just saying hi, or you could do it with 5 birthdays and 5 connecting. You choose. Thank you, May, for sharing. I appreciate you. I love that one. That's one I use as well. And I think it's so great. May is absolutely blown out of the water. And I know it changed the face of her business over the last couple of years. So it's been amazing.
I also send friend requests to everybody that's been invited to these bashes, and everybody that joins, plus everybody that's been invited. So that's why I have so many friends on Facebook. So if I don't get a chance to connect with them during the party, I'm continually messaging them to see if they've tried Mary Kay before, if they want to have their party, even if it's not their birthday, right? So yeah, I connect with everybody that's been invited. People invite hundreds of people to these bashes.
Absolutely. So that leads me right into my next share. So even if people don't buy from you in a party, add them as a friend, connect with them afterwards, make sure you create that relationship. So if you're running for a big goal or anything, you're posting on Facebook, you're doing all this, you'll probably have people show up. So I'm going to share my screen with you. Excuse me. I'm going to show you my Facebook page. Don't mind any messages that will pop up. I got friends, family, comment. I get all the stuff here. Okay, that's a new consultant. We're going to close that. Okay. Okay, so here's my Facebook page. Let's talk about how and what you could do every day to also increase your reach and increase your friend list, as May suggested, because the more people you are sharing with, the better. So here's one suggestion that I'm going to show you. You go to your own Facebook page. So this is my page. You can also do this on your phone. This is my page. You're going to click on friends. Can you guys all see my screen? It's going to go a little slower just because we're streaming a bunch of stuff. So friends, you're going to see I have a ton of friend requests. This is like on a regular. So I got to go through and add some peeps, as you can see. But what I want you to go to, and what I'm going to teach you, is to go to suggestions. So sorry, there you see birthdays. That's where you see the list of birthdays right there. under friends, you see birthdays. So you can click that and see everybody's birthday and go to town. Then you're going to go to suggestions. So these are people that are suggested to me based on my friend list. Look at that. Look at all of that. La, 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 la. And it keeps going, going, oh, and going, and go. Oh, look at that. So Facebook is about connecting. This is your one way right there. We've got Allison Canton Silkoff. I have no clue who she is. We do have 36 friends in common. It looks like she's Mary Kay. I would go through and add them. I'd send them a message. You'd be like, oh my gosh, I added you as a friend. It looks like we have a bunch of friends in common. How would we know each other? Or what would be our common denominator? I wonder. Hope you're having a great day. Stay safe. Talk to you soon. When I say add 5 people to your friends list, there's one way. I'm going to show you another one. Is anybody like, phew, I'm going to go do this after I hang up. Now, May gets put in jail because she tries to add too many people at one time. Hopefully she's laughing at the moment. But I would suggest you try, what is the number, 50? Yeah, so I would try to go with at least, I try to add 25 people a day or 20 a day, or even if that's too overwhelming for you, go for 10. If you're doing 10 a day, that's 50 a week, you're good to go. Now, I'm going to type up here Halifax, because that's where I live. So in the search function under friends, I'm going to type in Halifax. Guess what's going to pop up? People that live, so I want to see people. People that are in my area. The plus sign means we're not friends. This message means we're already friends. This is a lovely reminder of who you have on your Facebook page that is in your hood. Lovely reminder. As I go down this list, you'll see people, it's a long list, but you'll start to see people that, oh my God, Kim Nichols, she used to be on my team. I've got a messenger. That's a great reminder. Kim King's a client. I can send her. Sandy Bowe is a consultant. Shyla Adams is a friend. So I can reach out and connect with all these people. I haven't left my couch. I have not left my couch. Is anybody excited about the fact that you now are going to walk away with new names today? Good. I'm looking for nodding heads and smiling faces. I'm only getting a couple. Is anybody excited and have the Mary Kay enthusiasm all over me? All over me. I can't sing. So here's what you're going to do. I searched Halifax. Now I'm going to click on city. You can type in cities all across the country. So I used to live in Ottawa, not Illinois, Ontario. Here's my people. Oh, look, not a friend, not a friend, not a friend, not a friend. Oh, I should definitely add these people. And then it shows me names in common. See where I'm getting at? Okay, I'm going to stop sharing that. That is 2 fire ways. Just like when I'm talking fire, I'm talking like excitement ways for you to get new people. You are in the connecting business. You are in the relationship business. So step outside yourself and message them. This business doesn't take a lot of bravery. It doesn't take a lot of boldness. It takes one snap instant of brave and one snap instant of bold. And if you can muster up a little bit for some of that, you will get where you want to go. If you want more, you will send the messages. If you need scripts, we can help you out with that. I can send a couple to the directors that can send out to you. But your biggest thing that you can write somebody that you don't know is like, hey, yeah, she adds, May says, I add them all as friends on my personal profile. Yeah, she adds them all from parties. She adds those people that we just mentioned. That's how you grow your client base. You can message people you are not friends with. Tech savvy people will get the message. You might have to bing them a couple times if you're not friends. But if you send somebody a message and add them as a friend, it automatically dings in their information. So the 2 correlate together and they will get your message more easily if you send a message, add as friend, or vice versa, add friend, send a message. That makes sense? So what you can say to these people you don't know is, hey, like I mentioned before, it seems like we have a lot of mutual friends. I just thought I'd add, I wonder, what is our common denominator? Anyway, just wanted to say hi. Nadia. And if you think that's weird, get over yourself. Move on. Honestly, you showed up today because you wanted to learn how to get new names. I'm going to tell you how. May just gave you a killer one. I'm about to give you another killer one that another director came up with. Going to give you 2 killer ones that you can use. And I just gave you 3 at the beginning and then showed you how you can find suggestions in your friend's book. That is what the top direct sellers do. Any company. Reach out. Now, I'm sure you've received a canned message on Instagram and a canned message on this. A canned message on Instagram says, hey, thanks so much for following my page. I bet you'd like hashtag @KarenHinks or @KarenHinks, blah, blah, blah. That's a canned message. How you're going to break through the clutter is by sending a personal one. A personal message always breaks through the clutter. Be real, be raw, be authentic, be you. You will break through that social clutter. Right? Because you are awesome. All right, so the next one I'm going to show you. Does anybody have any questions on that one before I move on? Because I'm already over my time limit, but I got one more to show you. No more questions from anyone? I think Elva had one in the chat there. Do you add all these people in your personal page or do you have, oh, sorry, May answered that. She added them all to her personal page. And then you can move them into your client. Hi, welcome, welcome, welcome. May knows what's up. She knows what's up. Okay, I'm going to share one more thing with you. Just open up my window, make sure I've got it up here. Okay, I'm going to close that. Now, just so you know, you can do the same thing on Instagram. I'll show you that another day, but you can do the same thing on Instagram by basically just going to your friends section or searching for something. You'll see all these videos and you can actually select profile, tags, people, accounts, or you can search by hashtag. You could search hashtag Halifax. You could search this town or city you live in, the province you live in. You could search hashtag makeup. You could connect with people that like the same things that you like and go that route. You could do that. I suggest you start with Facebook and move your way over to Instagram. All right, so I'm going to show you something that Holly Oliver has been doing, which I absolutely love so much. It is so cool. So, okay, so you see this. This is basically a Find Your Foundation True Shade flyer. This is a fillable one that I will send to your directors that you can, they will send down to you. But basically what this is in the corner is a QR code. I'm going to get Holly to explain how she passes them out, what she does with them and that sort of thing. So this is a QR code. And if you're not familiar with them, it's a little bit of a different one. You can actually hold your camera on any smartphone. So basically you just open up the camera function on your phone, literally. I hold it over the square. I can actually do this right on the computer. Hold it on the square. Woo. And I click the link that pops up and it actually takes me right to the foundation quiz survey. So it takes me right to the survey. Can you guys see that? Sorry, I'm just gonna move the glare on my phone. So it takes me right to the survey. It allows, we use this all the time on my team. If you don't know this link, you will get it. We'll make sure the directors give it to you today. This is just like your little cheat guide for breaking down or narrowing the colors that you want to try or foundations colors you want to choose. So this is what this is. You can fill in your name, your phone number, and your email address. And I'm going to just let Holly come on live and chit chat about how she passes them out, what she does with them, and then what she does when she gets the response. Have at her, Holly.
All right. So yeah, I have them printed off as a postcard. They fit in your purse perfectly. So when you're out and about, maybe you can't give out samples, but somebody can scan this right away. If you're chatting to them, you can be out with a girlfriend who maybe has bought a lip gloss from you, but nothing else. and say, oh my goodness, I'm so excited for you to try this survey. Here, just take a picture of this quick. Let's go through it. I did this today. I had a coffee date with a girlfriend. She sent me her results. I'm like, oh, now we have reason to get together again. I want to make sure that's the perfect match for you. And she's like, that sounds like so much fun. Let's do it. It's an easy way to get people to try the foundation. If nothing else, most women wear a foundation. Would you agree? Maybe they don't wear other skincare. Maybe they just wear mascara, but a lot of women wear foundation. And she's like, this is perfect because what I have right now is going to be used up in the next 2 weeks. So we need to get together. Now, isn't that fun? What about a customer who's already buying products from you, but maybe not using the foundation? She just called for a reorder. You put this bad boy in that bag. You can write a little message on the back. Complete this quiz, send me the results, and I will give you a blah, blah, blah percentage off your first foundation. There's a lot of different ways you can use this. Maybe you are chatting with somebody and you want to give it to them to take home. You could do that. Like there's so many different ways. Or you could just have the one, like I said, and just have everyone take a picture of it right away and to text you their results. It's very versatile. It's really easy. It's company branded, not company made. But it brings you right. It looks so professional. Like they go to that quiz and they're shocked with how easy it is to find their shades. And I mean, this foundation is phenomenal. Like my girlfriend was like, oh, I need something that's going to be really hydrating. I'm like, oh, it sounds like you need a luminous. And she went through the quiz. She's like, oh, look at that. It told me to get luminous. Like it makes you look super professional. Like you know what you're talking about. And like I said, it gives you a reason right then and there to book them. Now, when you book them for their foundation, if they're not already your customer, what else are you doing with them? You're doing the whole skincare because it's a part of the regime. They need to try the skincare. Now, could you not get excited about booking some parties? Because this is how you could get right into parties. You could even say, I'm so glad you tried that survey. Do you know any girlfriends who might be looking for a perfect shade of foundation as well? Refer me to some girlfriends and you'll get your foundation brush at half price or whatever you want to do. Like, be inventive, be creative. This is just a tool. Use it however you think you need to use it, but let's use it. Like, remember when, not this foundation, but the old foundation came out and it was the big Save the Nation with foundation. Propane, like this was huge. You know, they had, you know, do you know the dirt face, the yellow face, the clown face? We all have seen these women. They need help. They need our help with foundation matching. And we have tools from the company that we can use to make it easy for them. So yeah, Nadia has this to share with you guys.
Now, who just got super excited about that bad boy? Yeah, I know, right?
I did.
Yeah, honestly, I love that. When she did that, she shared it back and forth. So what we can share with you is an empty template, one that you can fill in your name, number, and website. And then for those that use Canva, directors message me, we can send you the link that it can drop into your Canva and you can edit from there. So do that.
Nadia,
I know Holly.
can you
What did you
send
say,
that
Judy?
to Janet for me? Can you send that to Janet for me so I can
Yeah.
get it?
Yeah, for
Okay,
sure.
Thank you. Thanks.
She printed hers through Canva. It was the cheapest. You can also upload it to Staples and you could upload it to Vistaprint, depending on what you want to pay and where you're at. So who's getting excited about new contacts they're going to have for the rest of January, moving into the back half of the seminar year? Who's getting up extra early tomorrow to send a message to at least 5 people and at least 5 birthdays? Because May so lovingly shared her script. I will make sure for those that didn't get it, I'll get May to send me her script and I'll make sure that I get it out to everybody. May, you rock. I love you guys a lot. I hope that helps. So you got the 5 ways, you got picking up
Thank
chicks,
you.
referrals. referrals at a class, referrals virtual, Facebook, how to find new friends. Obviously adding people from past parties. That's something if you've already had big parties and never add them friends, you want to go back now and add them all.
Oh, this is awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. And then May's birthday tricks and Holly's foundation finder, way to send it. By the way, you can do that really easily when you're picking up people in a grocery store. Hold it back like this. They can take their phone and scan it, text you the results right there. Love it. Anyway, ladies, hope you have a really great evening. I'll make sure you get this recording. If there's any questions on here, and thank you to, I just have to figure out how to use it. Well, should I use it? Take a picture. If you've got a smartphone, if you can use it. If you don't have a smartphone, you can't. Every smartphone camera will scan that QR code, just so you know. If you got an iPhone or an Android, it'll scan it all.
Oh, thank you so much.
Sending you lots of love, and thank you so much to the 2 directors I put on the spot tonight. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Nadia, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye, guys.